In your view, how will this stimulate investment in the sector and ensure a coordination of the subnationals now who are participants?
I think for a long time to come, not just by reason of this policy, the issue of liquidity will continue to define the state of health of the sector, whether the sector will remain in the ICU unit or whether it will be brought to the main ward or it will be able to work on the streets and give Nigeria the kind of power sector that we truly want and deserve as a nation. It's important to say that the market is there. You can't have a country of 200 million people and be afraid of doing investments in that kind of geography. But unfortunately, policy instruments such as this one that we are extraying have also not allowed that confidence that one would have wanted to exude in relation to a sector that is as important as the power sector. If not for the fact that crude oil is in hard currency, I think the richest sector in any economy is the electricity sector. Absolutely. Because you get money per second, in fact, microsecond. And with the introduction of prepaid meters, you even pay ahead. So ordinarily, no player in the tripartite arm of the sector or the value chain should be complaining about funds. But because ab initio, certain issues were gotten wrong. What am I saying? In the first instance, how have we taken this sector? Is it a commodity? Is electricity a commodity to us or a social amenity? When you call it a commodity, then you want to price it rightly. As we speak today, the most we can recover, or the most we have recovered, is 30% of cost of production. And of that 30%, you can be sure that Band A is carrying about 90% of the burden. And that's what the minister tried to bring out when he said that the difference between Band A and Band B is just 2 hours. Yet Band A is paying about over 200.
Sorry to cut you.
Please go ahead, sir.
In any case,
yes,
it's even taking things too far.
Yes.
18 hours, 20 hours. Some of us have consistently challenged those figures to say, what is the percentage of the so-called Band A customers who enjoy 20 hours electricity? Certainly not me.
I know that as a big brother, you had confronted me when I was in AEDC now exactly. And again, and so it tells you the currency of the conversation. I've left AEDC for about 36 months now. And this conversation is still there. And we were having it before I left AEDC. Exactly. And it's not you alone. Across the spectrum, Band A customers are crying. They are asking the question, especially now that the rains are beginning to creep in.
Yes.
People are good. I mean, they have started asking the question, am I sure that I'm going to be having that regularity that is being spoken about? Yet they pay. I mean, if you put in 1,000, you can't get more than 4.4 units. No. If you put in 20,000, you can't get more than 80-something units. I hope my mathematics, I mean, my arithmetic is right. But that does not, and we must be fair to the sector in this area, that does not remove the problem of the liquidity. The average weighted price countrywide today is about 201 naira 30-something kobo. Yet, the bulk of those who carry that burden, who paid that much, is insignificant compared to the customer population.
Exactly, because if you give people a choice,
yes, sir,
they would certainly say, away with the Band A. Because there are other aspects of it as well, apart from the disparity.
Yes.
There are also those who say, Isn't that a discrimination? Why would you have a certain group who have to enjoy?
Now,
And they're paying for it. So it's not.
Yes, I've had that conversation about disparity, social discrimination, and all of those offending of the Constitution and things like that.
Right.
But you see, this is my own take, and I stand to be challenged. Right. It may seem as if I'm speaking for the sector now, but I stand to be challenged. But let's look at it from this perspective. All of us don't live in the same social network. There are those who live in Maitama. There are those who live in Yanya. For those of us who are familiar with the Federal Capital Territory, sir. There are those who live in Masaka. There are those who live in Deide. There are those who live in Gwagwalada. If you have that social class, as it were, and I say this with respect to whoever is staying anywhere, so that it doesn't seem as if maybe he has gotten some money somewhere and is living.
There are people who live in mansions in Deide. And there are people who live in boys' quarters.
I agree with you. But you see, the point I'm trying to make is that we don't drive the same car. We don't drive the same quality of car. We don't live in the same quality of houses. We don't go to the same schools. So we have never been equal. So let's not use that with profound respect to make it seem as if, asking those who are in Band A to pay more than those who are in Band B. In any case, the quality of social facilities in Band A network is even different from the quality of amenities. I mean, the roads in Masaka is not the road in Maitama. So why shouldn't they pay more from that perspective? But there is also this argument, sir.
Are they getting value for what they are paying for?
Exactly. See, if I'm paying XYZ, I should get value for that XYZ. If I should get value for it, and this is where we need to hold the discourse accountable for it. They must be held accountable for it. All right.